Start recording as well. Hey, we're back. We're back and on track. So because well, it wasn't my fault. Ironically, what happened was that Windows forced an update on my computer last night, right when I went to sleep, and it completely broke my computer, and I spent most of the day today trying to fix it so that my computer could actually turn on. And because of that, ironically, Microsoft made me miss the Microsoft press conference for E3. So, thankfully, very thankfully, they are running reruns in the middle of the night for the conferences that happened today. So, I'm streaming and recording it. The only thing I know about is Jump Force. I think that was announced at this conference. I'm pretty sure it was. I heard about it because I was watching the show just before Bethesda. Bethesda, as I like to call it. So this is out of order compared to when it actually happened, but it's still here. That's all I know. I don't know what else is going to happen. I don't know what else is going to be announced. I only know about Jump Force, and that's probably going to be the highlight of E3. So unless something Tekken related gets announced, which I doubt. They'll be discussing Tekken. Harada will, apparently, but announcements, I don't think there will be any. So that's probably the highlight of E3. Tiny Build has a 10-minute conference that starts in about 7 or 8 minutes. So I'll be watching that as well because it's 10 minutes. And yeah, I'm sorry that this is out of order. Hopefully I'll remember to upload these in the correct order. Yeah. So again, I'm recording this after the Bethesda conference is done. I know the Microsoft conference came before, but I missed it because Windows fucked up. So yeah, sorry about that. To anyone who's watching and cares about the order that these are in for some reason. And so far, in terms of actual conferences, because otherwise Devolver would have won, the Microsoft conference is the best conference of E3 so far, and I haven't seen it, because EA's and Bethesda's were absolute shit shows. It was awful. Bethesda ruined 2 series that I used to like, potentially 3, EA completely ruined Command and Conquer. What they're doing to Command and Conquer is a goddamn travesty, and everything I didn't care about. Even the things that Bethesda announced I didn't care about, and then they ruined 3 things, and potentially 3 things, at least 2, Wolfenstein and Fallout. Yeah, and then a bunch of irrelevant stuff. You know what I found out? Because I had muted all of the bullshit about Fallout 76 that they were talking about because I didn't care. So what they announced that I didn't hear, that I've just found out recently, is that the only human players only humans are going to be actual people. And there is no story, it's just a bunch of fetch quests. Apparently. Again, I didn't hear that. That's what I read on the Fallout subreddit in regards to the game, and that's what multiple people are saying, so I assume it's true. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, but you can play it solo, right? It's just that it's going to be a completely dead world void of anything except monsters, and hey, we have no story. So, yeah, fuck Fallout. The only good thing about Fallout was the trailer. That was it. And you know, fun fact, that was my first time hearing the song that was in the trailer in English. Before then, I've only heard it in Japanese. Funny enough. I didn't know there was an English version. That kind of took me for a loop, to be honest. which I know sounds weird. Because, I guess it's probably normally a, okay, I already don't like this. I saw the fidget spinner. I don't like this. An English song, but I've only heard it in Japanese.
I told you not to bother when I'm in my thinking space.
Sorry.
Hello?
Where have you been? Do you know
Oh,
how
fuck off.
time you
Not this
have?
cunt.
What?
Jesus
Who is
Christ.
this?
I
What are you
fucking
talking
hate
about?
this guy.
You have 24 hours to get this E3 press conference.
I really hate this
squared
guy.
away.
This guy's a cunt.
Is the new game finished?
My God. Like, I'm not going to go into detail because,
You said, and I quote,
because
going to be the
Twitch will
greatest
ban me
game
for
in the
harassment,
world.
but I fucking hate that guy. This is actually making me not want to buy anything by Tiny Build. Legitimately. That's how much I don't dislike him. He pisses me off to no end.
This is the greatest game in the world. This is the greatest game in the world. Because it's what you want and it's what you need. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Let's lighten the mood. Let's not talk about, that man. And let's just move on. If I was just recording this, I would go through everything I don't like about him, but I can't do that. I can't talk about how I think he's a cunt for cheating on his wife with multiple people. I can't talk about how he's a piece of shit for blatantly bending Twitch's rules because he knows he can. I can't talk about how he's a real dickhead for threatening to dox people and doxing people and doing it on stream and blatantly saying it because he knows that he can bend Twitch's rules because he's too big to get in trouble with Twitch. I don't like the fact that he is insulting towards everyone. I don't like the fact that he really is not a good look for Twitch at all, in my opinion, because he's such a dick about everything. He yells a lot, he has a temper problem, and he has this god complex. Anyway, let's stop talking about that because we're trying to lighten the mood. Okay, let's get back to this.
Hello?
Hey, you don't hang up on me. I hang up on you.
No, I'm not watching this shit. I'm not watching this shit. This is actually just pissing me off. Fuck this guy. Okay, let's stop with that because that's getting repetitive. Let's play Google Feud while this is going on. Fucking hell. What the fuck is going on? Jesus. Yeah, okay. Yeah. This is the worst press conference so far because this is labeled as an actual press conference and this has just made me not want to buy anything by Tiny Build ever again. So, that's good. Yeah, they're trying way too hard to replicate Devolver Digital's conference and it's not working. Alright, so what are these people talking
RTS,
about?
Like how many units can you really offer? How many different interactions can you offer?
Right. Of course, this could be.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Wrong, too.
I'm excited to see how they solve that question.
And last but not least, Gears of War Battle Royale is the third one that's being, which is also interesting because would you make
What
a
the
Battle
fuck
Royale
did you
game
just say?
separate from the
Did
main
you-
game, right? And this goes back to the trends.
Did
thing
you
that we
just
talked
say
about, where it's like,
that's not is that a
We're
joke?
going to see a lot of packaged games. Here's everything, and Battle Royale. But I do think that we'll see a lot of developers say, no, we're going to take this franchise and we're going to build and design that game around it.
I'm
Gears of War
actually in
did that.
shock. Did I just hear Gears of War Battle Royale?
You don't see why not.
Why can't we just have
Anything
fucking
else
single
that
player
you
games?
would
Jesus
think
fucking
that
Christ.
we might see from
Battle
Microsoft.
Royale
There's
isn't
lot of
even a good
discussion
genre.
about
It's
Rare,
shit.
what's
It's
going
absolute
on, what
fucking
the
garbage.
vibe
It's
is
boring.
there. And then the
It's
other
not
question is
fun to
coming up is,
play.
is there anything deep in the vaults of Microsoft?
It's just a
that could
fucking cash
potentially,
grab
you know,
genre.
come out
It's
and
not
surprise
fun.
us
That's
That
an
we might not be
interesting
surprised at.
I don't know.
We might
It's
not be
it's a
expecting. And people
game
were
genre for
kinda like
fucking
Crackdown.
kids
Crackdown 3
that
was
haven't
nice,
played a
but
good video game in
no
their
one
entire
knows
life.
what's going on with that game.
I don't understand the obsession.
A lot of
I don't
people
get
are
it.
Like, give us the Fable. And then also put all the Fables on PC.
This is where I'd honestly rather see new IP.
Oh, sure.
Like, is that? Oh no, honestly, that the fact that that's the first thing I hear when I unmute the stream tells me that this is not going to be a good conference. But that's not a joke. Is that a joke? That has to be a fucking joke, right? Because if it's not, holy fuck. Gears of... I'm really glad... honestly, I'm really glad I don't have an Xbox. I'm really glad. Because I would be beyond disappointed. Fuck. You know, it's kind of funny. At E3, I don't remember if it was 2012 or 2013. The worst E3 conference I have ever seen in my life, and at least live. And for the record, I did not see Konami's 2010 live. I did not. Otherwise, that would be it still. But I watched the Microsoft 2012 or 2013 E3 conference where they unveiled the Xbox One, and it was so bad that I wasn't going to buy a console at all, but because of that conference, I got a PlayStation 4. That's just how terrible it was. Because it made the PlayStation 4 look like the best thing to ever exist. It was that terrible. And you know what? I'm glad I made that decision, because in getting a PlayStation 4, I have the Yakuza series, I have Taiko no Tatsujin, and I have Project Diva. And all of those games have been amazing. They have been absolutely fucking amazing. Some of the best games I've played in a long time. And I'm really not a console person, but I think it's worth getting a PlayStation 4 for those games, personally. Except if maybe you're not into rhythm games, but for the Yakuza series, absolutely. Because Yakuza is so good, and I'm really glad that that Microsoft convinced me to buy a PlayStation 4. I'm guessing this is what people want to bring to PC. I don't care about any of these. I never liked Fable. Gears of War 5, after Gears of War 3, it's just, Gears of War just became a cash grab because it was over after 3. The story was over, and then they just keep making new ones because people like Gears of War, but... Yeah, I mean, as much as I would like Gears of War on PC, I would want the original ones, not the new cash grabby ones. I don't know what New Perfect Dark is, and I've never really cared too much about Halo. The only thing I've really liked in regards to Halo is the PvE mode. I found that fun, but the online, I don't know why people are so obsessed with it, because I never really liked it. And not just because it's a console shooter, but I don't like arcade shooters. I really don't like arcade shooters, and I think Halo 6's shooting mechanics are are worse than Call of Duty's, to be completely honest with you. I don't like Halo 6's multiplayer at all. Playing with friends, sure. The being able to create your own levels and playing weird levels with friends, sure, that's good. But when it comes to the actual thing that people play Halo for, mostly at least, after Reach, the online PvP multiplayer, I think is garbage, personally. I don't know if Halo, I guess it depends on what Halo 6 is. If it has a good PvE mode like Reach did, and it has a good single player like 3 did, then I'd get it. But if it's like the ones after Reach, where it's not made by Bungie, and it's focused on multiplayer, then no. Yeah, I've played the Fable games before, a very long time ago. I didn't like them. I've never really liked Fable. I don't know what Fable 4 looks like. I mean, I don't know what any of these games look like because I don't have an Xbox and I don't plan on playing any games on Xbox because Xbox games are usually pretty shit. Xbox One games anyway. But I don't imagine I like it. I really don't. Well, you know what? Let me look. Fuck it. Let me look. The other problem is you'd have to. Actually, how about I don't look just in case there are spoilers? Now I think about it, E3 spoilers. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the problem is that in order to get things on Windows from Microsoft now, you have to go through the Microsoft Store, and it's DRM filled bullshit. That's worse than Steam. Things don't work sometimes, or half the time. I've heard a lot of complaints about I've never used it, but I've heard a lot of complaints about the Microsoft Store. I think I have to enable apps in Cortana on my computer in order to do that, which involves me. I'd actually have to reinstall Windows in order to get that to work because I fuck those things up so much. I've basically nuked them on my computer. And it's Windows 10 only, so if I ever wanted to revert to 7, which I would do if it wasn't for the fact that Remote Play required you to be on Windows 10. I'm sorry, PS4 Remote Play. I just said Remote Play, I think, but PS4 Remote Play requires you to be on Windows 10 or it won't work, and I like streaming games that are on PlayStation 4. I'm not going to get a capture card. I would revert back to Windows 7 because Windows 10 is absolute fucking garbage. Worst operating system I've ever used. And, so if I do that, though, Microsoft's like, yeah, fuck you. These games can't work on Windows 7, but we forced them to only work on Windows 10 because fuck you. So, yeah. Yeah, so I don't care about any games that Microsoft releases on PC, to put it in short. Yeah, I actually don't remember how I did it. I get a lot of people who ask me how I've managed to get Cortana off of Windows 10 completely. I don't know how. I really do not know how. I think I edited things in the registry, and I went into System32 and deleted things in there. And I disabled firewall things. Maybe not on the firewall. And I think I messed with the event viewer. I did a lot of things to kill it, but I killed it, and I killed it good. And I don't think it's possible for it to come back unless I reinstall the operating system. Yeah. Because Cortana is terrible. It's useless. It's absolutely useless. It's pointless. It's Windows personal assistant that listens in on you all the time. It's... Ugh. It's just... Ugh. And it's just advertising. That's why I killed all of Windows 10's apps in the Windows Store and all that. I nuked that too in the registry. I think I actually deleted the registry key. Funny enough. So yeah, that's something that can't come back either. I deleted the registry key, so yeah, sorry about that. So Windows updates couldn't just enable it. I would have to reinstall the entire key, and then I nuked Windows updates too on Windows 10. But even then, one or two pushed past the things I put on my computer to stop that from happening. But it's for the most part done. You know, the thing is that when it started happening after I intentionally installed an update that fixed an exploit with Intel CPUs. So, actually, now that I think about it, the update that fucked up all my audio and missed the Microsoft conference was actually Intel's fault. When you get down to it. Nice. I mean, are we going to start the conference now? It was supposed to start so long ago.
As we mentioned, it's just happened a stone throws away from us, so we'll be hearing the cheers, I'm sure, all the way over here. But will it be another Halo? Is Gears of War going to get 3 games? Well, for the next hour or so, you'll be, of course, taken through that.
Are we finally starting?
Microsoft, their press conference.
This was supposed to start 20 minutes ago. Wasn't Microsoft late last year, too?
Normal day, Monday. Tomorrow we've
I think they were actually.
Press conference, but Microsoft is going to look to try to stake and take the day. So very
I know
excited
they
to
were
see
late in
what we
2015.
Don't forget, we've also got Bethesda tonight at 6:30,
And
then
that was
Devolver's
shit.
finishing up the day,
Bethesda's was the worst conference.
E3 on Twitch. Are you ready?
So ready.
I've been ready for the past
Taking it on
35
over to
minutes.
Microsoft press conference for
Jesus
E3 on
Christ. That was so late. Yeah, they pushed it to 1. It was at, Oh, that was the pre-show. Okay, my fault. My fault. Well, good thing for me is that I can talk about bullshit for a really long time. So, it's fine. Everything ended okay. Exercise and improv, I'll call it. Jump in.
This is the Xbox E3 2018 briefing.
The Xbox? I thought this was the Microsoft conference. Oh, boy. Well, let's see if there's anything I'll care about in this. They're inevitably going to announce Halo and Gears of War, because that was on there. Both of those I don't care about, because I don't have an Xbox, and I don't care about either series anymore. So, I don't know what this is. Maybe... No, Death Stranding was at Sony, wasn't it? Last year. So that'll be tomorrow. Well, technically later today. Okay. Did you see how that walkie-talkie fell? Great physics engine, guys. Primal Rage 2? Is National Geographic back? Wait a second. National Geographic actually making content? Huh? Honestly, the only thing that I'm actually would be excited for at this point in E3, at least that I can think of, is Singularity 2, but that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen, but that's the only thing I would be excited for. I think the only company that would announce is Microsoft. Oh, it's Halo. I don't care. I do not give a single fuck about Halo. I know. That's sacrilegious for me to say, but I don't care about Halo. I really don't. Halo Infinite. I mean, I'll give my honest opinions on the game, even though I'm never going to play it in my life. But... okay, maybe if and when an Xbox One emulator happens. It probably won't, because it isn't even a 360 emulator, but if an Xbox One emulator happens, maybe I'll play it. But I'm not going to buy an Xbox One, ever. Oh, great, this guy. Oh, boy. I do not like this man. He is, very anti-consumer, out-of-touch asshole. Not a fan. I don't know, maybe not now, but back when Xbox One was released, he was.
save
I mean, I guess you
humanity.
can say that for Microsoft in general, right?
We're now at a moment of exceptional creativity in gaming. We can't wait to show
Thankfully, I
you
know
the
this isn't
creativity
all going to be
unleashed
just
looks
Xbox
like
exclusives
for
because
you.
one, they've never done that, and that
So to
would
all
be
the
dumb.
gamers around the
And
world,
two, I've heard about
across
Jump
time
Force,
zones
and I
and
want to hear more
languages,
about that.
To every single person watching us on TV and on Mixer, and to our largest ever live audience, the thousands of you with us right here in the Microsoft
And Mixer.
Theater.
What about Twitch?
Welcome
What
to
about
E3
me?
2018.
What about me, you fucking cunt? Huh? Why can't I be a special, you fucking dickhead?
I'd like
Oh,
to
fuck.
personally thank
I'm
everyone
tired, by
who's
the way.
joining us from FanFest.
I'm actually not tired. I just do not like him.
100% of the proceeds from your FanFest tickets are going to Gamers Outreach.
Gamers Outreach. Hold on, let me look this up on
Kids
Charity
in children's
Navigator.
Hospitals get to game with their friends in their favorite worlds. It's a great cause. That's what I appreciate.
Give
most
it to a
about
charity that actually
Gaming
matters.
brings us
Like
together.
Doctors Without Borders.
Gaming connects us.
Jesus
It
Christ.
inspires our truest cooperation. It creates some of our fondest memories of competition.
I don't
and
even
our
remember
deepest
what it was called.
conversations about the stories within games. Most of all, gaming fosters real community. It reaches across age, ability, race, gender.
I'll look it
and
up on
geography.
Charity Navigator later.
This is why
I don't remember what it was called.
and will always believe that gaming is the great unifier. And what
No, it's
unifies
not.
us is our shared love
Look at
of
fucking
this
Call
art
of
form.
Duty. The game that
Legendary characters
you
who
helped fund for
captivate us,
years.
not just
Christ.
for 10 hours, but for 10, 20, 30 years. Bold stories that inspire the hero within us.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up and just get to the fucking games.
That are so
Good
rich and
God.
imagined, we feel excitement in the air and danger on the seas.
Well, I disabled all of the shit that was on the right last time, but I can't disable that. I'm sorry.
Where creative vision and cutting edge technology
I'm just gonna continue to talk
together
over this guy because it
are
doesn't matter.
delivering
Actually, let me
something
look
we
up
love.
that
So,
that
for
charity
months, our teams and I have traveled the world,
real quick.
meeting developers from Japan to Poland, from the UK to the Ukraine, from big studios
Japan to Poland?
single developers,
CD Projekt Red.
creators who
Oh,
seize the
shit.
full power and
You know what
potential of
that
Xbox
means.
One to express their most daring
Cyberpunk.
vision in games. Today, we've curated a bold showcase of their best work and ours. 50 games. 18 titles with exclusivity.
Boo.
18 world
Fuck
premieres.
exclusives. Gamers Outreach is what it was called.
Some
Fuck
will be
exclusives.
first-timers on this stage, and others will be first-timers on any stage. All are imagined by the industry's greatest talents. All demonstrate
Gamers Outreach
true artisans
Foundation.
can create mind-blowing art, immersive sound effects, breathtaking worlds. So let's jump in.
Exclusive.
Okay, to be fair, they're an actual charity, unlike the EA charities I looked up. 2 of them were not on Charity Navigator at all, and one of them, oh my god, it's Ori! Oh shit, this better not be Xbox exclusive. Anyway, so the ones that EA said they donated $1 million to were bullshit. 2 of them weren't on Charity Navigator, and one of them hadn't even filled out their Form 990 return. So it couldn't be listed on Charity Navigator. Well, it was, but there was no information on it. So yeah, the EA ones were bullshit. I looked into that. At least that charity's been around for 10 years. But okay, cool. New Ori. That's good. That's something to look forward to. At least I assume this is Ori. It looks the same. But still, if you're going to donate to a charity, give it to one that actually matters. Like, you're giving it to a charity that helps kids in hospitals play games. How about you give the money to a charity that helps kids in hospitals get out of the hospital? You know? I never really understood that. Oh, yeah, right, I forgot. Pre-rendered bullshit. I mean, it's Ori. So, it's, you know, what you expect from Ori, but this is still pre-rendered bullshit. It is Ori. Good. And the Will of the Wisps. Cool. That's something to look forward to next year.
World premiere.
No one cares. Tomb Raider? No. I don't know what this could be. But it looks like it could be interesting.
So you're awake.
This isn't Neo 2, is it?
Looks like death is not your fate. Just
No way. No, it's not Neo 2. No. That actually, okay, Singularity 2 and Neo 2. Those two games are the only things I look forward to.
passed since I found you. Your master still lives.
This looks familiar though, and I don't know why.
Bloodline. The limb you have lost will give way to something more useful. You'll learn to appreciate its worth.
Oh, not pre-rendered bullshit. Okay, this looks like yeah, this looks cool. This kind of looks like what For Honor should have been. Okay, this looks cool. I hope this isn't an Xbox exclusive. I really don't, because this looks awesome. And I don't like using the word awesome ever, but
Your death
I like this.
won't come easily.
I'll have to look it up after the trailer's done and see if it's confirmed for PC or PlayStation. Watch it be Xbox and Switch exclusive. This would be a weird game, though, to make Xbox exclusive, wouldn't it? It just doesn't have that look. Sekiro. Sekiro, sorry. I read that wrong.
Please welcome, from Bethesda Game Studios, Todd Howard.
No. No. Every time this man has come on stage, the two times he has, well, technically this is the first time, but both times he has, it's made me very sad, and annoyed and frustrated, and made me want to punch someone in the face. So,
It's great to see everybody again. You know, actually, the Bethesda event.
Sekiro is
is a
the
few
latest
hours right
game from the
after
studio
this,
behind Dark
across the
Souls.
street.
Oh,
Phil said to me, "I'm having a few friends over.
oh yes,
Can you stop by?"
oh yes,
And
it's a
look, I
Dark
know
Souls
Phil is
esque
really, really
game.
charming.
Oh.
But damn, he's got a lot of friends. The good news is, you're our friends too.
Oh yes.
16-year history with Xbox, going all the way back to the original.
Shut the fuck up, Todd. I don't care about you. God damn. You know, is he still...
And that goes all the way to bringing mods to consoles with Fallout 4.
He's still going on about the past and his past and things and bullshit that doesn't matter, but... Sekiro is a... Dude. Holy shit. Yeah, Microsoft has the best conference. Without a doubt. And they used to have... Well, I think they still do have the worst conference I've ever seen live. But, yeah. Well, okay, I already know Fallout 76 is a crack of shit. I don't want to hear about it. Gotta remember though, don't pre-order video games. Just remember that. That's what TB said. Don't pre-order video games. But I'm very, very, very excited for that. Very excited for that. And because it's made by the Dark Souls devs, there's no way it's Xbox exclusive. No way. So it's 2019 release. Alright. I'm very excited for that. That sounds fucking awesome. That and Jump Force, highlight of E3. I don't know which one I'm more excited for, honestly. I really don't. Probably Jump Force just because I've been waiting for something like it for so long, and the developer of it said that he made it because he had the... It sounds like the same thoughts I did a very long time ago. So with that in mind, I think I'm more excited for Jump Force, but this is very close behind. This looks awesome. Yeah. I think the only thing that can top this is... I don't even think legacy characters being announced for Tekken would top this for me. I just... Fucking hell. That's awesome. And again, I don't... You know me, I don't use the word awesome, and I don't like using the word awesome unless it's truly awe-inspiring, but it is in this case. I think it's appropriate in this case. This is spectacular. And you know what, thinking about it, I guess they did release Bloodborne. It was Sony exclusive, so this might be Xbox exclusive. There's a chance. There's no information on what consoles it's going to be on. So... Oh, it's going to be on PS4 as well. On Amazon, I just looked on Amazon here. It's going to be on PlayStation 4 as well. So, good. Good. It may not be on PC, but that's fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. I wish it was for so other people could enjoy it. But it might be like Neo in that it comes on PC later. In which case, I might wait. I don't know. Anyway, new game. Let's listen to it. Look at it. Whatever. Fallout's done. Square Enix. Okay. You interested me already. Square Enix tends to be a good company when it comes to games. Say out now Bethesda's fallen apart. One of the best.
Just me, Captain Spirit. This is Chris of Flying Fortress.
No.
Snowmancer.
Never mind.
Posted.
Another Life is Strange. Are you fucking kidding me?
You're drinking beer?
I don't need a lecture from my son.
I always get picked last for the team at school, and they never throw the ball to me.
They can't tell stories like
Yeah, because you look like a...
No way.
You know what? I'm just...
Too late! Emergency!
You know what? You know what? People like Life is Strange. They're getting a new Life is Strange. Doesn't affect me at all. Fine with me. I was fine after playing the first one. I thought the first one was good. The one after that seemed like it was not worth playing. So I just consider it non-canon.
Me too.
And I think I'm going to say the same about this and just stay with finishing the first one.
I hope so.
I know so.
I genuinely did like the first one though. But the ones after that I don't really care for.
Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit.
I think
June 26th.
Free? Alright, never mind. Never mind. Fuck it. Never mind. If a free Life is Strange game, Even if it's only the first episode. Fine. I'll take it. Crackdown 3, okay? It's on PC too. But it's the problem I was talking about before. It's only on Windows 10. But at least it's on PC, I guess. I won't be able to play it, but hey, it's there.
No building is too high. 60 stories up, incoming. You gotta build up that raw power. Grab more, grow more.
Crackdown 3 hasn't been something I've really been looking forward to, but I've never been opposed to it, because I played Crackdown 2, and I liked that for a time, but it got repetitive really quickly. That was a very long time ago, though. I know my brother liked it a lot more than I did. Yeah, Crackdown 2 was cool. Crackdown 3, I don't know. It looks like more of the same, to be honest. I don't know if I'll like it. For the time, it was good, and the things you could do, and the freedom and variety of how you could approach situations, and just the sheer ridiculousness of everything in the game made it cool at the time. If Crackdown 2 was released nowadays, I don't know if it would have got the same reception, or if I would have liked it as much as I did back then. But, you know, I'm glad that they still have the same humor and looks that the second one did. And I'm glad that still exists. And it's released in February. Oh, this shitty game. I fucking hated Nier Automata. Automata, whatever. This game was absolute fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. I played it for 12 hours. I got to the castle. I couldn't stand it anymore. I just wanted everyone to die. I wanted everyone to kill themselves. I had no interest in the story. The game was frustrating. I never died. Oh, Metro Exodus. Oh, shit.
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. So let us not fear the heretics at our door. Even with their iron steeds standing before us, stinking of machine oil and shining its heretical light upon us.
Remember, most of the country has been destroyed or occupied. Even those who speak our language might be enemies, by conviction or out of fear.
We will not falter. Let us steel ourselves against them. For this is our hour of glory. Amen.
Let's move out, Artyom.
Artyom's back. Yes. I am so fucking excited for this. Oh man, it looks like it has a crisis sort of weapon system too, which is cool. I just hope they don't fuck it up, but this looks so cool. It's very different from the from Last Light in 2033, but I think it's a good kind of different. It's not like a ruining the series kind of different like Fallout and Wolfenstein are doing. And this looks so cool. Metro's always been the kind of game where you would think it would be an open world, and I think that's what they're doing with this one, if I remember correctly. Oh, this looks so awesome. I'm saying that word a lot this conference because it's so good. You can make enemies surrender. This game is going to be amazing. I hope. It looks like it's going to be amazing. I am so excited. Please give me a release date. Metro Exodus. February 22nd! Oh, yes. Finally, a release date. Oh, I am so excited. I wish they showed us more gameplay, but I am so excited. Can this guy take your picture? Dude, fuck off with your pictures. This guy too. All of these people. What is up with people and taking pictures? What is the fascination with it? I don't get it.
These creators build, whatever story they tell, whatever sound effects they use, we will work with creators to guarantee that their games look and play best on Xbox One.
See, you say that, but the problem is that the PC exists. So,
Generations have loved role-playing games from Inventive Studios.
oops.
Our next game is the latest in a legendary series. For the first time ever on Xbox, Kingdom Hearts.
Yes! Kingdom Hearts? Release date?
It's cold! Guess it's too used to the beach.
Hey, Islander, what can I say? Look, even
This is the best conference.
ice.
This is the best conference. Elsa? Alright. Alright. That's neat.
A walking, talking snowman. You really are alive.
Hello.
I don't remember what that movie was.
No.
I know the movie though. Rapunzel? I think. Oh my god, I can't wait. Oh, I need to go back and play the Kingdom Hearts now.
Give me strength.
Oh man.
Whoa. Yeah.
Oh, I am so happy.
Take this.
And it's no. Oh, that's back. I don't even remember what that was, but I remember that. That was so cool.
Look out!
Look out!
That's amazing. You can.
Oh, I feel like a kid again.
Control it. No, all I ever do
Oh, the music.
is hurt people. This is my home now. I can't go back. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Oh.
Herc! Look out!
They got the same singer. I'm about to cry. I'm honestly about to cry. Holy shit.
Roxas does exist. His heart's inside my heart.
The other Twilight Town is just data.
So what will Elsa accept? Light or darkness? I know I want to know.
Well, good for you, but guess what? I won't let her fall to darkness.
Yeah, that sounds like Sora.
This Keyblade.
Is that?
Mickey. You're too late.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. January 29th. They have a release date, and it's January. I'm so fucking excited. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, fuck off. Nobody gives a fuck. I am so excited for that. You have no idea. There's so many good games coming out. Just announced at this conference. Oh my god. You write this down.
You cower in the doorway. I actually like meeting new people. Besides, the conversation with my friend here.
I'm guessing this is some form of DLC.
Just a bit of an impasse. I think he just needs a moment to cool off.
I never played Sea of Thieves, but from what I saw and heard, it's repetitive and boring, and it really doesn't have a point to it. So, that's why I never played it. It looked like it would have been fun, though, but it just fell flat. If this is some form of content expansion, then I'd be interested. And I mean like a full expansion. But if this is just like a new area you can go to, then yeah. It needs more sustenance. That's the problem. Sea of Thieves needs a lot more sustenance to it in order to pique my interest. You know, the worst part is that I can't even use this anymore. Oh, it's not even... Is it not even working? Oh.
You just wanted to know how much it was worth, didn't
I had an image that says,
I'll give you 10 for it.
that said that Kingdom Hearts still doesn't have a release date and no one was surprised. It's not working, but I can't use it anymore because it has a release date. Well, he's a story of young Norwegian resistance fighter. It's made me think of a place to save not only yourself but also your family. Okay, I'm interested. Oh, that's what Battlefield 5 is based off of? A Norwegian resistance fighter? Oh, that's fucking awesome then. Shit.
Landet deres var vakkert og forstyrrende. Da jeg var som barn fortalte de meg historier om skapninger og monstre.
Well, I might actually buy this game then. See, the reason why that's made me so interested now and made me want to play the single player story, because my family was in the Polish resistance. They fought in the Polish underground. So
exclusive.
I've always hoped that a World War II game would touch on resistance movements in Europe, and the fact they're doing that for Battlefield 5 actually makes me really interested. It makes me want to play it. Okay. I'm saying this a lot throughout E3, but I don't care about racing. I'm sorry that I keep saying I don't care. I know it's probably gotten annoying at this point, but I really don't. And I don't know how else to convey my feeling towards these kinds of things, except I couldn't give less of a shit. So I guess they weren't speaking Polish then. I mean, the thing is, it sounds like a Slavic language. And I can distinguish Polish and Czech usually. So, and I knew it wasn't Czech. So I assumed it was Polish, but nah, it's Norwegian. Okay, we can see miles and miles. I get it. I still, that still doesn't interest me at all, but okay. Oh, right. Pre-rented bullshit, by the way. Oh, why is there a boat on land? Yeah, never really was interested in racing games, I'll be honest. It's, I don't know. I don't know what it is about racing games, but it's never interested me. I've tried them, I've wanted to like them, but I think it's the repetitiveness, and to me it's just boring because I don't care about cars. For people who care about cars, and like cars and are interested in it, great. It's great things, and people who have driving setups, I imagine that can be fun, but I don't have either of those things, so.
set in
Forza Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon 4 features dynamic seasons in a shared open world, and seasons change everything. Let me introduce you to some of our team who will be helping demo the game today. Please welcome Bill, who is online with a few friends in the beautiful English.
They're not actually playing the game, by the way.
Incredible new McLaren Senna.
That's a PC, by the way.
Say hi to Solomon, who is hanging out with his buddies on the streets of Scotland's capital, Edinburgh.
What are you using?
Solomon is driving the Hoonigan Ford.
Why are you playing this on the Wii?
And please welcome Andy, whose off-road buggy is perfect for taking jumps,
Huh?
sailing rocky terrain, and having fun on the coastline of Britain. But first, let's join Rebecca.
I like how they have the mixer and the headphones plugged into the mixer and no one's wearing them.
Nissan Silvia. The sun is out, the sky is blue, and it's the perfect day for a drive. Forza Horizon 4's Britain is a shared
I like how that that Xbox One was showing the IP address for it. That's pretty good. And you know what that means? That means that this is video that's being streamed, that this video from a server being streamed on all of these. At least it probably does. Otherwise, why would that be there?
Meanwhile, Andy is bouncing around.
Woo, 60 FPS, that should be standard.
As you can see, Horizon 4 is still full of action-packed fun.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't, then no one would buy it. So, don't really need to say that, do you?
In Horizon 4,
okay.
every season changes the world around you, with each bringing its own unique...
Why are there leaves falling on me? Get this shit off my head! I'm a goddamn journalist. I'm trying to write this shit down and I can't with the leaves falling on my head. Oh, right. This isn't a fucking press conference anymore, even though it should be. Jesus Christ.
It looks like Rebecca has found some like-minded friends. It's great to play solo, but it's better to play with others. Horizon 4 lets you seamlessly enter co-op from within the game world. Seasons, time of day, and weather conditions are dynamic, but they are synchronized.
I was about to say, notice how no one's driven into a wall yet, and then he driven into a wall, so that's good. Run over the sheep. Can you run over the sheep? If you can't run over the sheep, then this game is garbage. This doesn't look like Forza. It looks more like, what's the other one? Burnout. It looks a lot more like Burnout. Yeah, there is absolutely no way they're seamlessly going between seasons like this. You can see on the monitors that's what it was doing. There's no way it's doing that on an Xbox. So either they're using PCs or this is pre-rendered bullshit. Or both.
Forzathon Live invites the entire community to come together and cooperate to win big rewards.
And no one's going to. Absolutely no one's going to.
I'd like to show you how the world of Forza Horizon 4 looks in spring.
Everyone's just going to crash into each other. You go and have two people who are trying to sabotage the entire thing. No one's going to do this. It doesn't look like there's anything really different about it. Like, you say that changing the seasons makes it really changes the driving, but I don't see how. Sometimes there's rain, there's ice on the water, there are sheep, and that's it. Are you really cheering for a jump? Are you cheering for a car flip?
Today, you've seen a completely new take on Horizon.
I don't think I have.
Horizon 4, you will live in a vast, beautiful world in which dynamic seasons change everything.
You haven't really demonstrated how it changes everything, though. Except the environment. It does change the environment, to be fair, and it looks nice. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. The computers they were playing on You fucking morons. Yeah, I mean, it's a Forza game. It looks like a good Forza game. I don't understand why they're trying to hype and make marketing points that are completely irrelevant. I don't understand, but hey, looks like Forza looks good for what it is. I don't particularly like it, but hey, looks like good Forza. Can't complain.
To make Xbox One the best place for you to play, and for you to have
well, you do a really terrible job at it.
world's most powerful console.
Well, doesn't matter when your games are shit. Even if that was true. Because I'll tell you this, I have a PlayStation 4, and if that's not as powerful as an Xbox One, I don't care because it has better games.
We embarked on a quest to find creative teams that have the mastery of our art form. And we found innovative game designers, master storytellers, exceptional world builders.
Okay, because you get on with it.
And now, I'm proud to introduce the creation of a brand new Microsoft studio. The Initiative.
Okay. And I care why?
A visionary storyteller who has worked across some of the most iconic franchises for over 20 years.
Like?
This new Santa Monica studio.
Oh, so you're not going to tell me. Okay.
World-class talent.
Alright, I believe you, Mr. Spencer.
New game experience. And next, I'm excited to welcome
like Dungeon Keeper Mobile?
to Microsoft Studios.
Who's Undead Labs?
This studio caught our attention with their visionary approach to building a zombie survival franchise.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a single fuck about zombie survival games? Oh God.
Now, it's my distinct pleasure to announce that we have acquired Playground Games.
Yay.
This is one of the highest rated studios of
I don't
this
Games! You were on such a good streak. You had Kingdom Hearts 3, you had Metro, you had Crackdown 3, and you had Ori and the Blind Forest, you had Sekiro, and now you're talking about studio acquisition that I don't care about.
For the fourth new studio, it's
oh my God.
Welcome Ninja Theory to Microsoft Studios.
Okay. You know what? I'd say that's a good thing. They deserve it. I did not like the game. I was bored of it really quickly. But you know what? For being an indie studio, they made a really, really great game. And I'm glad to see that they're successful.
Compulsion Games.
What?
2 years ago,
okay. You know what? Oh.
Get out of our heads.
Huh.
A game that captivated us with its strong,
okay.
fresh,
you know what? I'm complaining about them going off about acquiring studios, but I keep complaining about how this is supposed to be a press conference. This is the things you would say during a press conference. So you know what? I shouldn't be complaining. Fair enough.
By joining us at Microsoft Studios, these 5 new teams will have the resources, the platform, and creative independence to make
I mean, Microsoft acquired some indie studios. And you know what? As much as I don't like Microsoft, I'm glad that they can find success. Oh, here's We Happy Few. We Happy Few looked.
There's not a thing I can tell you that you don't already know.
I
Have you had your job?
watched, I never bought it, but I watched people play the beta version of it. I love how they're using sensors in this, but I think, well, Bethesda and Devolver have said fuck multiple times in their conference. Anyway, Let's turn this back down.
They need to know the truth.
It looked very repetitive and not well fleshed out at all, and still looked like it had a lot of work to do with it. But since Microsoft has acquired this studio, I'm sure it has to be better. But when I saw it, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, the gameplay looked really bad. It looked really, really terrible. But I remember seeing the gameplay trailer and the trailer at the first time it was announced, and even this one now, it looks like something I would really like. But they would have had to have completely changed the game from what it was in beta in order for me to care about it.
They'll murder each other in the
Pre-rendered bullshit, by the way. Yeah. Well, alright.
Exclusive.
Oh, God, I don't care then. Sorry, I should stop saying that, but... Nope, I think it's fair for me to say with this game, if any game, I do not give a single flying fuck. Oh my god. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, you have got to be kidding me. Ugh. You know, the funny thing is, I actually made money off this game because of the Twitch Prime things you got. I managed to sell all of that for more than I bought the game for. Still regret my purchase. That's how much I do not like this game. So what's the exclusive part of this? War mode. You know what? Honestly, if that was on PC, I would play it. Honestly. Like, no joke. If this was on PC, I would play it. I would give it a go. I would give it a go. I might be interested in it, but it's Xbox exclusive, so not gonna do it. Because there's no way I'm buying an Xbox One, and there's no way I'm buying that piece of shit again. So, yeah.
World premiere.
World premiere. Alright. Hmm? I feel like I know what this is, but I'd have to see the title, I think. Oh! A new Tales game? Oh, shit! I'm playing Tales of Berseria right now. It's shit, but I could see it being good. So, yeah. Okay. It looks like it's an old Tales game that was exclusive to Japan. Still. I might give it a shot. As long as the gameplay isn't insufferable like Berseria's is, then I might give it a shot. It looks nice. Man, I thought this was a new Tales game. Alright, coming winter. Cool.
World premiere.
I love this conference. It's just games, 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 and very little talking, except when Todd Fuckface was on the stage.
DC, the most heavily protected city on Earth.
Within its limits, 177 foreign embassies, 550 elected officials, and 23,000 military personnel.
This is a Tom Clancy game.
In the event of an attack, critical personnel are evacuated. Underground shelters open.
This looks like is this Division 2? Is that what this is going to be?
Stop the virus. 27 days after patient zero, Washington fell. It began with riots on K Street, then shootings in the National Mall. Troops withdrew to
Well, maybe in our Rainbow
civilians
Six.
were left in the streets.
America is on the brink of collapse, but some people have survived. Gardens grow on rooftops, their fences patrolled with rifles. In communities that live under constant siege,
No, this is definitely the Division 2.
in the form of urban
This does not have a Rainbow
Centuries ago,
Six
on this very soil,
plot to it.
brother fought brother, spilling blood to forge the United States. History is threatening to repeat itself.
Now, in the heat of summer, 6 months after the outbreak began, a remnant of a corrupt state lurks in the shadows, ready to engage in a new civil war.
Agents of the Division are the only
Yep.
ones standing
Division 2.
against it.
But how do you save a nation when its enemies
I was actually interested in the First Division. Kind of. I mean, the gameplay trailer they had was terrible, and it made me not want to play it. But I was at least interested in it, and then it was bad. It was really terrible. So I'm hoping that 2 is better. Ubisoft, okay. I'm really hoping that 2 is better, and that I'll like it, because The Division looked really cool. Is this Singularity 2? No. No, it's not. It's Destiny shit, I guess. Damn it. Damn it. I saw that glowing red circle, and I'm like, oh, no. And then it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I want a Singularity 2, goddammit. It was in the works. It's possible for it to still happen. But, yeah. I guess it won't. Oh, no, wait. This is still the Division 2. Okay. I thought this was a new game. The transition was so terrible that I thought it was a new game. Oh, man. Okay.
Merry Christmas.
I hate this fake talking to people while in-game thing. It's so dumb. I understand that you're trying to fill the gaps in the audio with something, but it's just not working.
Hey, let me just talk to this guy.
Let me just talk to this guy. Let me just talk to this guy, yeah.
Okay. Meet us at the sinkhole?
Well,
Yep. Okay, sure.
unfortunately, it still looks like it's going to be a multiplayer-only game. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for something with a single player. That's too much to ask, considering it was a new IP and it was multiplayer based. But then again, it failed. I think it failed. Last I heard, it failed. I think they had an update and maybe it came back, but it at least didn't do well. So I was hoping that maybe they would make something single player, but I can understand why they wouldn't. Unlike fucking Fallout 76, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I honestly don't know how the Division did, or is doing, or if it's did at the end of its life cycle. But hopefully they learned from it and they can improve on it. Because a lot of it was a fundamental issue with the game, and usually when that happens, the next game is much, much better because the developers do learn from it. But we'll see.
Matt, can you flank them and get a clear shot? I'll take that sniper on top. Wait for it. Got her.
I have a feeling though. Okay, I was gonna say I have a feeling there wasn't even a sniper. Nah, there was. Well, I immediately like this because the enemies aren't as bullet spongy, it looks like. Which I believe was one of the main issues with the Division in the first place, was that the enemies were way too bullet spongy. Turn that down a little bit, sorry. I think the issue was that the enemies were too bullet spongy. I think that was one of the main complaints, and at least for the commons, they've gotten rid of that, which is great. I may actually play this game. Maybe. I'm definitely not excited for anything.
Thanks, Matt. Oh, there's a dude rushing through the plane.
Matt took so long with that. She should have just shot herself out.
Yep, I'll see what I can do.
I'm not expecting anything. I'm not excited for anything. But hey, if this is better than the Division 1, I might play it. I might be interested in playing it. The problem is that this is going to be released around the same time. Kingdom Hearts 3, Metro Exodus, Sekiro, I assume, New Ori, what else? Battlefield 5, and maybe Jump Force is going to be released. So, and Soul Calibur 6. So, it's not going to be on the top of my priority list. Not even close. And that's not even taking into account the games that have been released this year that I still want to get and don't have. So, it'll probably be a while after this comes out before I actually play it, because I'm broke. But yeah.
Whoa, that's nuts.
I'm glad they're showing gameplay of it too, and not just a pre-rendered bullshit trailer.
So, game plan. Take the capital back. I think we're ready. 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go.
Who says that? Who says that in voice comms? 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. Fuck off. March 15th, 2019. Yeah, I guess I'll sign up for the beta and play the beta. Why not? I'm interested enough.
Xbox Game Pass, Ashley Spiker.
I'm interested enough, but again, probably won't play it anywhere close to release. I probably won't play it till 2020.
This is a special time for gamers.
Man, you're quiet.
We've never had so many incredible games to play. Storied franchises.
Really? How long have you been playing games then?
New releases and cult classics.
And why are there a bunch of
Genres we love.
fucking Halo Wars is up there? Are you kidding me?
There's only one problem.
Ugh.
Too often we are forced to choose one amazing game over another. So we set out to solve that problem.
Another subscription service. Great.
What if you didn't have to choose? What if you could play them all? The answer? Xbox Game Pass. A way to give gamers the ultimate freedom to play.
Oh, I don't have an Xbox
And your
One.
response has blown us away. Not only are you playing more games, you are spending more time gaming. Freedom of choice.
Oh, so this is already a thing.
discovery,
Okay, this isn't something that's
and
being
more fun.
advertised.
And we couldn't
Okay.
be more
Like the
inspired
leaves on the ground that they haven't bothered to clean up.
for you. So for the last year, we've been working on how to give you faster
Nice.
access to all those games. We leveraged the machine learning expertise we have at Microsoft.
Machine learning. isn't that what Devolver Digital was joking about last year? That's fucking hilarious. Machine learning. God damn it.
Unlike the
You fallen for the trap card.
Start system, which is manually configured, Fast Start uses machine learning techniques based on how gamers
There it is again,
actually
machine
play.
learning.
And Fast Start is designed to get
Oh
better
shit, I made it.
as the algorithms
Nice.
and parameters are refined over time. I'm pleased to announce that Fast Start will launch for select titles in the June update coming later this month.
Okay. I mean, if it's something people are using and they like it, and you're updating it for free to make it better, it's good.
Ultimately, it all comes down to the game.
Doesn't pertain to me, but hey,
We'll continue
it's
to
good.
deliver iconic favorites like Halo: The Master Chief Collection, coming later this year.
It looks like it has Halo Wars in it, so I don't think it's worth the value. And Marvel vs. Capcom. But hey,
Including Forza Horizon 4, Crackdown 3, and more, into the Xbox Game Pass catalog on the same day as their global release.
if this was something they were announcing here, I would be shitting all over it like I did with EA's Origin
We'll also bring new
thing, buzzwords thing. But
into your Xbox Game
yeah,
Pass library.
it's a cool thing.
Games like Ashen.
Anyway, since this doesn't
Warhammer
pertain to me,
Vermintide 2,
I'm gonna
After
go
Party,
use the restroom.
Phoenix
I'll be right back.
All available in Xbox Game Pass.
Hopefully I don't
on
miss
the same
anything.
day as their global release. So that's what's next. But let's talk about what's happening today. Tom Clancy's The Division. The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. And Fallout 4. All enhanced for Xbox One X in gorgeous 4K, and all of them playable today in Xbox Game Pass. Thank you to all of the developers working with us to bring freedom of choice to gamers around the world with Xbox Game Pass. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, is that it? Oh no, it's just pass. Okay. Oh, good thing I didn't miss anything. But I mean, I didn't expect to. It's all calculated. But how much does this cost? I mean, it has to be fair amount. Otherwise, they wouldn't be bothering with updating it, and there wouldn't be as much cheering for it as I heard. So it's a cool thing. New Super Meat Boy? Did I just see a new Super Meat Boy? It's the first time I've heard about that. Looks interesting. That looks old. I don't want to hear about all night, okay? I'm gonna mute it. That's not the end of the conference, is it? I mean, it's only been an hour. There's no way. They still have... I mean, surely they still have half an hour to announce stuff, right? Oh, good. It's over. Square Enix, okay. You disappointed me once. Oh, it's a new Tomb Raider.
I saw it. The end.
Eh.
So vivid. But now
Yeah.
the truth is further away than ever. I still have so many questions.
If it's like the old Tomb Raider, then I'll be interested. If it's like the new ones, then I'm not interested at all. I liked the old Tomb Raiders as a kid. Then they made the new ones. And I never finished. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider. Didn't really play it at all. Didn't like it. I think there was another one that was released after that I never played because Rise of the Tomb Raider rubbed me the wrong way. This one, I mean, I've not heard anything about it. It's the first time seeing it, and it's all, as we all know, pre-rendered bullshit. So I don't know. I do not know.
I know that it's not practical.
It looks like it's more of a return to form to the older ones. I think I might actually like this one. I know this isn't a gameplay trailer, but this is one of the very few times the cinematic trailer is telling me whether or not I may be interested in the game, and in this case, I think I may be. Yeah, this definitely looks like a return to form to the older ones, and I think I like it. I like the look of it, certainly.
He wants to alter the course of humanity. If you had that power, what would you do?
Nothing. Mandy's pretty good right now. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. September 14th.
Exclusive.
Oh, fuck me. What am I not going to be able to play? At least for a year before it's inevitably released. It's Skate. Wait. No. They're not making a new Skate, are they? No fucking way. This is a new Skate. Holy shit. This is the best fucking conference. And I don't care what you say. This is the best conference. What the hell? Yeah, it's a Skate. It's a new Skate. I can't believe it. I honestly never thought this was going to happen. I mean, I'm not going to play it because it's only on Xbox, but... Man, it's not even a Skate! It's called Session! Oh, you've got to be shitting me. You little bastards. You little fucking bastards. I knew it. The dream is dead. Maybe a spiritual success is Skate. You fucking cheeky cunts. God damn it. I thought there was that Skate was going to exist. I mean, it seems close though. Oh, this is Black Desert. Meh.
My first home was
Altanova. I played Black Desert. Really liked it. It was the only MMO I really liked. And then the thing happened. And we all know what the thing is. I paid $30 for that game too. I didn't buy the Steam version. I bought it before it was on Steam. I bought it right after it came out of Korea. I enjoyed it for the time I played it. And yeah. Unless this is called Black Desert, but it's not the Black Desert MMO. Which is possible. That would be funny. And actually, it's looking like it might be. Maybe not.
It is time that I, at long last, reveal the hidden secrets once and for all.
Uh-huh. Ha!
Come to me, if you dare to learn your true wretched self. Behold, I am Elezra, the darkness born from the desert.
Okay, it is the MMO, Black Desert. Okay.
World premiere.
Yeah. weird that it's an Xbox exclusive. You know, it was originally a Korean game, but okay.
You never had this much trouble. You gonna make it through this?
Capcom. Okay, that means this is either going to be miss or killed yourself. Oh, a new Devil May Cry! Yes! Yes! Oh, yes, that feels good. Oh, new Devil May Cry is fucking great. Oh, hell yeah. I did not expect a new Devil May Cry anytime soon.
You taking notes?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a real pro at smacking demons around.
You know, this is making me realize the other thing I would want to see announced is the Darkness 3. And Singularity 2. I don't know why this specifically made me think of that, but it did. This is pretty good, though.
What? No chit-chat or monologue? Just getting right to the point, huh?
Yep. That's pretty much what this conference has been, and I'm quite happy with it. There's so many games announced. I almost have a full page of games that have been announced that I'm going to have to talk about. Damn, this is going to be a really long after show, huh? Holy shit. That's fantastic. I'm really glad there's a new Devil May Cry coming out. And usually I don't like beat 'em ups. I really don't, but Devil May Cry is the exception. I don't even like God of War, but Devil May Cry is just so much fun. Spring 2019. All right.
Please welcome from Capcom.
I'm excited about that.
Mr. Matt Walker, and
I hope Capcom doesn't fuck it up like they've been fucking up a lot of things recently. Oh, great. Talking. Well, let me just get this ready.
As director, I wait for years for this. Thank you so much. DMC is back.
That's good.
English is hard. Matt, you do it.
Okay.
Of course.
I was afraid I was going to have to translate.
20 years since Devil May Cry 4 was released, and fans have been asking for a true sequel ever since.
You're very
so
quiet.
This is our response, loud and clear, that we hear you. Devil May Cry and
Okay,
Hideo
production fixed it.
Itsuno are back.
Yes, that's what he just said. Thank you.
Early on in the development of Devil May Cry 5, we set our sights on creating something that was going to have world-class visuals. So we've scanned fully costumed models for all of our main characters, and with the power of Xbox One X, we're able to render them as
The power of Xbox.
Now,
The power of
while visuals
Xbox.
are really important. The controls need to remain
Please.
type responsive as well. So we've gathered the best minds at Capcom to ensure that we can still deliver that amazing gameplay that Devil May Cry is known for. And we think that we've made something that feels better than any action game we've ever created.
Hold on.
All right.
すべてのファンの皆様のために一番の自信作ができました。期待してもらって大丈夫です。よろしくお願いします。
Itsuno-san says that he is convinced that this is the best game that he's ever made because we made it for you, our fans. And we hope you look forward to seeing more.
Holy shit, I actually understood everything he said in that sentence.
Have a great E3.
I didn't even need a translator for that.
Exclusive.
That feels good. It always feels good when you can understand something that someone's saying in a foreign language. Completely. Cuphead. Didn't really like Cuphead. I liked the beginning of Cuphead. I really did. The beginning of Cuphead was really fun. It looks good. Like, it looks amazing. It sounds really great. I love the artistic style of it, and I love the music for it. But, and a fair amount of the bosses, at least at the beginning, I really liked and I thought were really cool and unique, much like the entire game. But, well, the entire beginning of the game. But then you got to the midsection, and it was just moving platforms all the time, and these weird, semi-unfair, or kind of unfair bosses, and I couldn't finish it. But from what I played, I liked it. Okay, some form of indie game. I don't speak Bhutanese, but okay. Or, I can't read, but okay. I don't know. I mean, this is probably an indie game, so I shouldn't shun it too much, but this looks kind of generic. Yeah. Looks like kind of generic, mediocre combat. It looks nice, but not something I really care for. Someone's bound to like it, though. Ooh. Okay. Maybe not so generic. Fair enough.
Tiny Fox in a Big World is a prime example of the reach of gaming today. Labor of love.
Okay, that was a fair enough segue. I'll give that one to you. That one was all right. Yeah, I guess that's something I'll have to look for when it's released then. Because it looked really generic and kind of dull until that ending, and now I'll if I remember, I'll look at it. Certainly. It'll probably be an Xbox Arcade exclusive though, so. Yeah.
Sharing the same world, the same seasons, the same campaigns. And there's real meaning in sharing our love of gaming with fellow gamers. This community is the reason why we love premiering games here at E3.
No, it's not. It's because money.
The rest of our briefing,
it's because of the money. Don't lie to us. Don't blow smoke up our ass. We all know it's because of the money.
Starting off with something entirely new from our friends at Bandai Namco.
Ooh. Oh!
My last trip to Japan,
hell yeah. This is Jump Force.
Showed me a sneak peek at their next game. Now, you get to see the first look.
I am so excited for this.
World premiere. There are worlds that exist separate from our own.
I just noticed that's the Hokage things. I think that was the third Hokage.
And evil.
I think it was Naruto's father.
Worlds were never meant to meet. But things have changed.
This, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Metro Exodus are the three games I'm looking for. Oh, and Sekiro. God damn it. I don't know why it's so hard for me to pronounce. But Sekiro, Metro, Kingdom Hearts 3, and this are the games I'm looking forward to the most. Of those, I think, I don't know. I think I'm looking forward to this more than Kingdom Hearts 3, to be honest. I don't know. God, I remember. Oh. I mean, looking at this again. Oh, man. Like, I was looking at this the first time because I just with so much excitement and shock. And looking at it again. I was afraid that looking at it again was going to make me realize that this was probably going to be kind of shit. No, this looks fucking awesome. This looks so fucking cool.
Jump Force.
I am so excited for that.
Unite to fight.
World premiere.
God, and they gave no information on it too. I would be saying fuck whatever's coming up next, and would be talking about that ad librium for the rest of this entire conference.
Since the fall, the city is a corpse.
Man.
We are the worms. We burrow in it, fighting for every useful piece of land.
Oh, what game is this? This has been announced before, right?
From the terrors of the night and the horrors of the day.
I know not who can hear my voice. I shall therefore speak a word unto here. Anyone who dares to steal food will be hanged, and their bodies will be exposed.
Uh-huh.
Every day we rise from dust to choose between bad and worse.
They really did a bad job on the mixing, didn't they? Oh no, this is different. Dead by Daylight? Maybe? A new one?
And these choices we take to survive will create the world to come.
I'd be interested in a new Dead by Daylight, certainly.
You know the drill. Get to the nearest safe house and wait until dawn. Good night. And good luck.
Yeah, Dying Light 2. Cool. Dying Light 1 was good. Dying Light 2 will probably be good too.
Please welcome narrative designer Chris Avalo.
Cool. This conference is so good. It's just games, 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 some asshole talking, games, 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 some asshole talking, games, 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 games. Someone who's maybe not an asshole talking, games, games, games.
Techland to create the world of Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is
You know,
everything you'd
it's
expect from
great.
the bold sequel to
This is what I want from a press
fluid
conference.
parkour system with improved natural movement, deep and tactical first-person melee combat, and of course, terrifying nights when the infected emerge from the depths of the city to feed on anyone they can find. At the same time, we invite
Yeah,
you to
Dying
a
Light
new
1 was
vision
fun. I'm looking forward to this. Not on the top of my priority list. I probably won't play it until, or get it till it goes on sale for $30 or less. But
Dying Light 2 will be the first in its genre where your choices have genuine consequences in the game itself. From how it looks, how it plays, to the events that occur, everything in the game world can change.
now, is that going to be like a Telltale kind of thing, or is it going to actually matter? Was it... Ooh, you know what? Actually, if it's like Shadow of Mordor, in that sense, only on a larger scale, if that's what they mean, I'm going to be very, very excited for this. It's gonna go from, I guess that's a cool thing, I'll play it at some point too, I want to play it earlier. Fucking Forza ad, of course.
That reacts on multiple levels to the things you do.
Yeah, the parkour system looks cool. It reminds me of Mirror's
In the
Edge.
example we are about to show you, our protagonist undertakes a mission for the Peacekeepers, one of the many factions active in the city.
This is a better Mirror's Edge than Mirror's Edge 2. Genuinely.
Let's say you choose to carry out the Peacekeepers' orders, one way or another. After this, you will start seeing a significant change in the city as access to the water supply allowed the Peacekeepers to bring stability and develop the area.
Wow.
There's even running water for the people at street level, and that raises their morale and allows you to replenish your energy on the go.
That's really cool.
But there's a cost to this. The PKs have a rigid approach to law and order. So while the streets may be safer, it's only safer for those who side with them. So if you get on their bad side. Now let's return to that moment of choice. And instead of killing them, you choose to team up with this group to supply water on the black market. As you will see, this creates a very different set of consequences for the city. With water being a precious currency, it brings you access to new resources and trade. But this in turn attracts the worst type of people to the area.
That's really cool.
Decision, one out of hundreds you will have to make. But it allows you to
Hundreds,
carve out
huh?
your own world. Each player's game experience will be unique.
Now, is that just the question?
What happens in the day?
The question I have is, they say there are hundreds of decisions to make, but how many of them are significant and how many of them are going to be really minor things? That's the thing. Because you can say there are hundreds of choices to make, but if 199 of them are insignificant and one of them is major, then who cares? But if it's... Is this Deadpool? Is this another Deadpool game? Anyway, so if it has more significance in everything that's done, then that would be really cool. Otherwise, still be interested in it, even if that wasn't there. So, anyway, what is this? I don't know what this is. It's not Deadpool. Battletoads. Yes. You fucking Battletoads.
Body morphing genre mashups.
Oh, my 3-2 isn't working.
4K hand-drawn
Oh my god, Battletoads. That's amazing.
They're back.
That's amazing. Battletoads. Oh, that's good. That's good. I will take that. That's good. Battletoads. Jesus Christ. Uh-huh. Well, you're very quiet. Oh, Just Cause 4.
The enemy changed. And no one was ready for it.
The Black Hand. They are the world's
Does-
most powerful private army. But even
Okay.
they should fear what
Tell me this. Does anyone actually care about Just Cause's story? Does anyone? Because I don't. And I don't think anyone actually does. I think people only care about Just Cause because of how much you can do in it. And in that sense, it's really cool. I never played Just Cause 3. I played Just Cause 2. God, the mixing on this is terrible. I played Just Cause 2. Wasn't really a fan. Played a bit of Just Cause 3. I kind of liked it. But, when I played it, it was completely broken on AMD graphics cards. So I had to refund it, and I haven't played it since. That was around release. So I'm gonna have to get Just Cause 3 because I'm sure it's pennies now. I played Just Cause 2 at a bad time. That was the problem. I played Just Cause 2 around the time Just Cause 3 came out, and it was very dated. Oh great, Gears of War Battle Royale. You gotta be shitting me. Fuck off. Just actually fuck off. Funko Pop, are you... Jesus Christ. Funko Pops? Oh my god. Please tell me this is a joke. Gears Pop on mobile. Wow, thanks for that, lads. Christ.
Please welcome
That's an embarrassment.
Studio head, Rob.
Don't tell me they're going to talk about Gears Pop. I'm going to play Google Feud if they start doing that. Okay, I'll give him 1 minute.
13 years ago, when I began my Gears of War journey, we had no idea how big this franchise would become. And as it's grown,
All around me are familiar places, worn out faces, worn out faces.
To the world of Gears. And mobile is not the only new place we're going. I'm
The best trailer.
to announce a true Gears of War PC experience in a completely different genre.
Gears of War
Gears
PC?
Tactics. You create a whole new
Oh.
squad 12 years before Gears of War 1 as they hunt a locust
You've-
monster maker responsible
This is
for
just Halo
destroying
Tactics,
the
but
whole
with
city.
Gears of War.
It's our take on
At
the
least in
classic
terms of
turn-based
disappointment
strategy
factor.
genre with a character-driven story, faster, more aggressive gameplay, a customizable squad and equipment, and of course, it wouldn't be a Gears game without a massive boss battles. We look forward to sharing more about Tactics with you soon. But it's not just about going to new places. It's also about having new experiences. And the amazing team at the Coalition is working hard to bring you our most ambitious Gears of War title yet, Gears 5.
I still say Gears ended after 3. Anything after that is a cash grab.
As Kate, you'll journey across the biggest and most beautiful world we've ever created. With the war for humanity escalates on two fronts.
I mean, Gears is a great game, and it's a great series, but
in this moment from the game, Kate
it's
leaves
such
a
a...
message to a revoked village, but something
I wish they would have rebranded it instead of saying like Gears 4 and Gears 5 and all of that. I wish they would have called it something that pertains to Gears, but with a slightly different name, because it's not the same game. It's not. Is this spoilers for the R1 too?
No. Kate, you can't see this. You don't want to see this.
This is probably spoilers, isn't it? Thanks for that. Where'd, God, I can't even remember his name. The main character, where'd he go? Actually, I don't want to know. Just in case I play the ones after 3. I don't want to know. Marcus, that was his name. I don't know why it took me so... Because I haven't played the games in many years. It's been... Oh, man, how many years has it been? It's been 6 years, I think, since I played a Gears game, 6 or 7.
Just slow down.
No, Foz is right. We need to move.
But...
He's dead, man. Give her a minute.
She'll get her minute in the Raven.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Now we need to leave.
I'm not going.
Coltrane runs on whole grain. That's the one thing I remember from the Gears series that I still love. The Coltrane runs on whole grain, baby.
I think they were messages.
Yeah, this is a new cast.
Something's happening to me.
Wait, no, that's Marcus.
It's your grandmother's?
Enough. We'll deal with this later. Foz, round these people up.
I need help.
There's a place. Up north. I think we can find you answers there.
No.
I don't know what's going on, by the way.
We have orders.
You'll go with me.
I don't know anything that's going on right now. This is not a good way to advertise. Well, then again, I guess it is because it's not...
I'll push Jack the coordinates.
No, Corporal.
It's not,
That is a direct order.
It's not supposed to be for people who are new to this series, right?
Your order. This isn't about
But then
you,
again, that's
it's
not
about
pulling
me.
in people like me who played Gears when the first one was released and then stopped when it should have been over.
A necklace? That's a locust symbol. Yes, so? She would never be our enemy by choice. I know that. Because she would die for us. I know that. But
I
what if
don't.
It's not her choice.
This said it was on Windows 10. It was going to be on Windows 10 on the screen that was beside the bigger one. But like I said before, I have completely nuked the Windows App Store from my computer, and the only way I can get it back is reinstalling Windows. So even if I wanted to play this, I wouldn't be playing it. Glad it's on PC. Glad there's a Gears game on PC, but that's different. Man, it's weird seeing how Gears has changed. This is very strange. So they took out the oh god. Again, it's been so long since I played it, so I don't know what they call it. The infected, the mutants, and they replaced them with robots? Is that what happened? Which just confirms my theory that it's just a cash grab at this point, and they're making up as they go along. Not a fan.
In the entire history of Xbox.
Not a fan of that, but
In the entire history of our industry, gaming is now at its most vibrant.
I don't know. I guess if I ever got a chance to play it, without having to pay for it, then I would. But I don't think I'd pay for that. It's not a Gears game to me.
50 games, 18 titles with exclusivity, and 15 world premieres.
Yeah, exclusives ruins the gaming community. Yeah. Woo.
Breadth in art style, genre, and cultures, range in subject and setting, scale in story, and scope in creative vision. And every one of these plays best on Xbox.
No, they don't. False advertising. I'm gonna sue him.
Is on an historic growth path, where the increasing number of gamers is met with the increasing creative power of game developers. In this
I think this is the end of the conference.
we are constantly
I think it's been an hour and a half, unless they have
where
more.
can we take gaming next? Our answer? We commit and harness the full breadth of our resources at Microsoft to deliver on the future of play. Our experts in Microsoft Research are developing the future of gaming AI. So the worlds and characters we
gaming
enjoy
AI?
will be even more rich and more immersive.
Man, you don't want to pull a ghost, do you? Is that what you're trying to do?
Streaming network to unlock console quality gaming on any device. Not only that,
Ugh.
we are dedicated.
That sounds awful. I don't want console quality on my PC.
You want to play
Ugh.
on your Xbox, your PC, or your phone. And of course, our hardware team. The same team that delivered unprecedented performance with Xbox One X is deep into architecting the next Xbox consoles, where we will once again deliver on our commitment
Another one.
to set the benchmark for console gaming.
Is it really the?
And let's
I
talk
guess
about
it
our
is
games
coming up to the end of
themselves.
the cycle, huh?
We are committed to
The
building an
Xbox
industry
One came out in
first-party studios organization.
2012, 13?
As you saw earlier, we are
So yeah, I
making one
guess
of our
in a year or
greatest
two, that's
single-year
going to be around the end of the life cycle for the
by
console,
adding
huh?
5 new creative studios.
Wow, that went fast.
We have committed our team,
And there's still
our
fuck all on
company,
it.
Our technical resources.
Damn.
So we can declare to you today and next year and all of the years after that, you will always experience the best in gaming on Xbox. So
I don't understand how he can say it with a straight face. I really don't.
Worlds to be saved, heroes to be made, and legends to become. Together.
Like, I'm not trying to be a PC elitist here, because those people can be annoying, but, or are annoying, but Watch Dogs? I like how that gave a blue screen of death message, but there was no blue screen. And I like how they used the pre-Windows 8 form of text for that instead of the Windows 10 because, or Windows 8 and Windows 10 because they know how dumb it is. Yeah, I'm not trying to be an elitist here, but I mean, come on. We all know that PC is better than Xbox. We all know that. It's not something that can be argued. In terms of gameplay, absolutely. In terms of refresh rate, refresh rate, FPS, quality, all of that. Yeah. All right. Cyberpunk.
The worst place to live in America.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Main issues: sky-high rate of violence.
I knew it.
More people living below
As soon as they said Poland, I knew it was going to be something CD Projekt Red related. Yep, CD Projekt Red.
Can't deny it, it's all true.
And yes, it's pronounced Projekt because that's how you pronounce project in Polish, and it's spelled in Polish. So, it's Projekt.
It's there, just around the corner, and it keeps you going.
Man. I wouldn't want to say I'm interested in this because that would be I won't want to say I'm not interested in this because that would be disingenuous, but I'm
a big dreamer.
I'm not necessarily looking forward to it because there's no information on it. But if it was made by any other company, I wouldn't give a fuck. But because it's made by CD Projekt Red and they are such a great company when it comes to everything that they do, that's why I'm looking forward to what they do with this, what this is going to be like. No gameplay though, just a trailer. Well, at least we know that what it's going to look like, and it looks. You know what it's reminding me of? It's reminding me of the live adaptation of Ghost in the Shell, which that's not a good thing. Maybe it is. It's my thoughts on that are just kind of tainted by the fact that that was awful. But that is kind of what the visuals remind me of. Anyway, that's it for Xbox or Microsoft, whatever the hell they want to call it. I don't know. That was the best conference. That wasn't just the best conference of this E3. That was the best conference I have seen, period, in a very, very, very long time. That was very good. Lots of really great and interesting games that I'm looking forward to. They kept bringing out games and games and games and games. They had a bunch of gameplay videos. Some were trailers and some were announcements, which were mad, but at least they were games, right? And there wasn't some asshole talking for 20 minutes on how long he's been in the company and what he's done in the company. Actually, he was there for a few minutes, but I mean, for the majority of the conference, we didn't have anything like that. There was no joking. There was no trying to turn it into an entertainment show. It was a press conference. They showed games. They're like, hey, here are the studios we've acquired. Here are here's an update to our subscription services. Here's a bunch of games that are going to be coming out and are coming out. Here are a bunch of announcements. That was what these presentations should be. That was a great example of what these should be. And the best part, there was nothing in here that I was disappointed by. The other two conferences have been nothing but disappointment. But this has been... Well, let me just go through the list. Fuck it, let me just go through the list, because that's usually how I round these off. So, thank God I wrote everything down too, because I have a full page of games, so this may take a while. Alright, let's go through this. Halo Infinite. What the hell was that? Was that the new Halo game? Yeah, that was a new Halo game. They didn't show gameplay of it, so there's nothing really to talk about. The other thing is I haven't played Halo since Reach. Actually, no, I played the one after Reach, but it was terrible. So I didn't play it all the way through. I played it for a few hours, and then I was done with it. So Halo Infinite, I mean, Halo games, I guess people still like Halo games. If you like Halo games, good for you. I'm glad you have another Halo game that you can play. Me personally, though, don't care for it. Nothing. I can't say anything on it because there was no gameplay. It was just pre-rendered bullshit. So that's unfortunate. But nothing really to say about that. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It looks like an Ori game. It looks like it plays like an Ori game. They had gameplay. I'm probably going to buy it. I just hope it's not an Xbox exclusive, or there's anything exclusive to Xbox or Microsoft. I'm scared that there will be, because what am I trying to say? I'm scared that there will be because it was at the Microsoft press conference. But Microsoft hasn't always done that. It's just been a way to advertise themselves with other games that are coming out and give people, and give other companies and other developers and indie developers a chance to show off their game. So, you know, it's who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows? And the other thing is that Microsoft has, I don't know, it seems like what Microsoft does, and I'm don't quote me on this because I don't know what I'm talking about, but it seems like what Microsoft does is they use part of their press conference to allow people to pay to show off their games. And that's what I think they did with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. That's one of the highlights of this conference. It's probably going to be one of the highlights of all of E3. But that's what I think they did for this game. It's going to be on PS4 and Xbox, so no console exclusivity, which is great. It's from the people who make Dark Souls, so it's the next Dark Souls-esque, true Dark Souls-esque game, which is great. It looks great. There was gameplay of it, which looked fantastic. It looks really nice. I'm very, very excited for it. I just wish that we could get a release date. I don't remember if I think it was just 2019 that said it was going to be released. But I do remember on Amazon it didn't have one. So, looking forward to it. I'll be looking out for it, and I'm going to be excited to play it. I might wait until it comes to PC, because they didn't do that with Bloodborne though, so I don't know. I don't know if they're going to bring that to PC or not. We'll see. We will see. But I'm looking forward to that. Life is Strange game. I don't really care for the first Life is Strange I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I feel like the context I gave, and I don't mean to sound like a narcissist here, but I feel like the context I gave for the ending of the game, which I'm not going to get into because I don't want to risk spoiling it, but I feel like what I did for that made the story feel better to me, because I feel like if I took it at face value and didn't give the context that I gave to the ending of the game, I probably would have felt like most people, but I feel like I made it better for myself. Believing in things that may or may not be true about the game and what they intended for the ending. But if I'm right about what they intend for the ending, then I thought it was great. I thought the ending was great, despite the fact it was very Telltale-esque in that your choices don't really matter. But after that, there was the one with Chloe. Don't really care about that. This one's free. We'll have to see what it's about, I guess. I don't know what a free Life is Strange game would entail, and I didn't play the one after the first one, so I don't know what the context is behind what they showed, but it's certainly not something I'm interested in. So I guess I can't really speak on it because I didn't play the one after the first one. So I guess that's something to make up for yourself. But at the end of the day, it's free. As long as there are no microtransactions or loot boxes or it's some dumb mobile game that's using the Life is Strange franchise to push itself forward, then, hey, I'm all for it. Free game's free game. And then you have Crackdown 3. So, Crackdown 3. Man, it's been so long since I played 2. It's been so long. But, from what I saw in that trailer of Crackdown, because there was no gameplay. That was the problem. There was no gameplay. I'm glad we have a release date now, though. It's been in production hell, or game development hell, for a very, very long time. And I'm glad we have a release date now. I'm glad that it seems like they have everything fully fleshed out. It looked like the gameplay that they did show, and I say that in quotes, was pre-rendered stuff. So, at least to me, it may have been largely pre-rendered. So, the thing is, from what they showed, is it looks just more of the same of Crackdown 2. And for some people, that's going to be really good. For others, it's going to be a bit of a letdown. Because when I say it's more like Crackdown 2, I don't mean that the premise is the same. I mean that everything about it just screams that Crackdown 2 expansion or something like that. You know, it doesn't look like it's its own game. It looks like it's just Crackdown 2.5. I think that's the best way to describe it. It looks like it's Crackdown 2.5. And I don't know how to feel about that. I think it's going to be one of those games where we have to wait till it's released and people play it before we can form an opinion about it. But from what I saw of it, it doesn't look too promising. If it's on PC, that'll be one thing, because then the Crackdown on PC, it'll branch out to a different audience, right? And I'm sure there are a lot of people that didn't play Crackdown 2, so I guess it's fine because maybe not a lot of people played Crackdown 2. I don't know how popular Crackdown 2 was. I didn't think it was that popular. So maybe for most people that'll be fine because they didn't play the last one. That's what I'm trying to get at. But for people like me who did play Crackdown 2, it kind of looks like a bit of a letdown, to be honest. But again, I have to see proper gameplay at some point. I don't think I can let that be too much of a judge, at least right now. I guess this is what people are most excited for, and of course it's Cyberpunk. Of course it is. Next is Metro Exodus. Metro Exodus is a game that I've been looking forward to for a very long time. The Metro series is one of my favorite series of games of all time. I love the Metro series to bits. When Metro Exodus was announced for the first time, I was really, really, really excited because it's a new Metro game, and I can't say enough how much I love the Metro series. I really do. 2033 and Last Light are masterpieces, as far as I'm concerned. So Metro Exodus was announced, and they're like, hey, we got a new engine, we got new gameplay mechanics, and it's open world. I'm like, open world? This is what it should have been from the start. That's amazing. And I'm really glad to see it has a release date now. I'm glad to see gameplay, and it looks like it's not going to suck. It looks like it's going to be true to itself. It's not. I was really scared that was potentially going to be a multiplayer game, and it doesn't look like it's going to be. So lots of relief there. I'm really looking forward to it. We still gotta see more, though. There wasn't a lot explained about it. There was just some gameplay shown, but again, we have a release date, which is really great. Finally, after a really long time, and Artyom's back. You know, it's kind of hard to believe that's actually here after so long, but I'm excited. And speaking of not being able to believe it's here after so long, Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh man, I legitimately started tearing up during that. It looks so good. I love that they. Okay, listen, and this might sound really dumb, but I love the fact that they kept true to the original art style of the game from all the way back to the PlayStation 2, 2 console generations behind. They kept to the same art style as Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. And I think that's great, because a lot of games that come from old series will at least nowadays, will update the graphics to look like it's a new modern game. But what Kingdom Hearts 3 is doing is it's not doing that. It's staying true to how it's always been, except for the ones we don't talk about. But it's staying true to that original style. It still has that older cartoony look, but it's the resolution looks like has been updated to be in line with the current console generation, the current generation of games, so it doesn't look too old. But it still looks exactly the same as it did in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and I think that is fantastic. New gameplay elements look good. Seeing Elsa and Igor and Rapunzel and all of them, and Ryuku, his name, it's been so fucking long, I always forget his name, and seeing Sora and Donald and Goofy and Mickey, and that song that was in the background, I think it sounded like it was recorded by the same person who made the Kingdom Hearts 2 opening, not the dubstep one, that one's shit, but the proper one, simple and clean. Oh, it's looking so good, and there's finally a release date for it. It's been years, but it's finally coming, and I'm excited. Then the Sea of Thieves, nothing was explained about it. Like I said before, it needs more sustenance to it. I don't know what they were trying to announce with this announcement. I have no idea, but they were trying to announce something, and I hope it's something that brings more sustenance to the game. Otherwise, I don't see why anyone would care. It's just such a boring, dull game that has no point to it. I don't like it. Then we have Battlefield 5. That was, it was the same thing that they showed at EA, and I don't know why they showed it, but now we know it's the story of a was it Danish? It was a resistance fighter. That's what the story is based on, and I think that's fucking awesome. And I really, really hope that it has a proper single player. I really do, because I'm very interested in it. Then we have Forza Horizon 4. I have nothing to say about it. I don't play racing games. I don't like racing games. It looks like a Forza game, though. People who play Forza, I'm sure, are going to be happy about it. Then we have We Happy Few. I don't know how to feel about this. Because the company that made it was acquired by Microsoft, right? The company that made We Happy Few was acquired by Microsoft. So it brings a little more hope to it. Because there is a chance that it could be good. There is a very good chance. And they disabled being able to buy it on Steam. So I imagine that they've made a lot of really big changes to it. Changes that maybe they didn't want people seeing. Maybe they didn't want people buying it because it was going to be a completely different game when they were done with it. I don't know. But it's interesting to see that Microsoft has bought the company that made it. And I'm going to be interested to see how it plays out. What's changed upon release. Because it looks like from what they showed it's changed. But they didn't show any actual gameplay. It was all pre-rendered bullshit. So I'm certainly interested. I'm certainly interested to see what they have done to it. I really do hope it's good because it looks and it sounds so cool and interesting. But the execution from it in the beta and the closed beta was terrible. So, we'll see. That's one of those things we'll have to wait and see. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds War Mode. I don't know how to feel about this one. This is console exclusive, so I'm not going to play it. Because on one hand, I really, I said in the conference, I've made money on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds because I got free Twitch Prime gear, and I sold a few of the loot boxes after they exploded in value, and the culmination of that made me make more money off the game than I paid for it. But even then, I still regret buying it. So, there's that on one hand, but then on the other hand, War Mode actually looks interesting. It looks like the kind of game mode that the game was. It feels like it's more what it was designed for than a dumb Battle Royale game where you're sitting in a bush for 20 minutes and not doing anything, and then it's just the walking simulator where nothing happens. That looks cool and exciting, and I would like to play that. If that came on PC, I would play it. And I may actually enjoy the game if I was able to play that. But it's an Xbox exclusive. So I'm at a point where I don't know, because if it comes to PC, I don't know if I'd actually install the game and play it though, even though I have it, just because I don't want to boot it up, because it's such a bad game. It really is. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But at the end of the day, it's Xbox exclusive, so I'm not going to play it. I'm sure for people who are like me and like the idea of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but hate the Battle Royale genre with a burning passion because it's so shit and boring and you don't understand why everyone loves it so much. It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing. And to anyone who's able to play it, I hope you have a ton of fun with it. And I hope it's good. For your sake, the person who bought that game probably realizes it's a mistake by now. I hope that you like it. Then we have Tales of Vesperia. Speaking of things I hope I like, Tales of Vesperia. Let me look this up real quick. Let me look this up. Because Tales of Vesperia. Yeah, so it was released in 2008, and it was Japanese exclusive from what it looks like. Either that, or it's being ported over to the next console generation. I mean, it's a Tales game. It's a Tales game on current generation. Not a new one, though. I don't know, because I like I said, I'm playing Tales of Berseria now, and I'm not really a fan of it. If the gameplay mechanics were not terrible, then I think I would like it. I think I would, because the story is interesting enough, right? The story of Tales of Berseria is interesting enough, and I kind of like it, but the gameplay is just so off-putting that I can't really get into it. So, I'm depending on how much it costs. If it's a $60 release for a game that's 10 years old, then I'm breathing in a lot. I'm sorry. I'm not going to bother with it. But if it's like $20 on PlayStation 4, I might give it a go. So, yeah. I think $20 for a Tales game, regardless of how bad the combat is fair enough. I think that's fair enough, because at least for Berseria, I paid $13 for it. I think it's kind of shit because the gameplay is shit, like I said before. But the story, I think, is worth it, at least at the juncture I'm at. So, speaking of shit gameplay mechanics, The Division. Well, in this case, The Division 2. And The Division 2 got gameplay of it, which is great. I think that's going to be better than Division 1. Mainly because what they show in the gameplay was enemies on bullet sponges, which is great. I didn't think that was possible, honestly. I did not think that was ever going to happen. But I think that was one of the biggest complaints about The Division 1, is the enemies were too bullet spongy, and it made playing the game an annoying grind. And it, from what we saw in the gameplay video, at least the commons are not bullet sponges, which is great. And it looks like some of the bigger, more beefy mobs aren't as bullet spongy either, which is great. And if that's the case, I'm probably going to buy it after a little bit after it comes out, because there are other games I want more than The Division. But I'll probably play it at some point, and I will be interested in playing it. But I said that about The Division 1, and it turned out to be shit. So it's going to be one of those things where you have to wait until after it comes out and people play it and give their opinions on it. And now, on to things that we're going to have to wait for people to give their opinions about. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. My throat really hurts, by the way. Shadow of the Tomb Raider seems like it's more of a return to form to the old Tomb Raiders. It's not like Rise of the Tomb Raider, which I hated, which was just like a bunch of cover shooters and some mediocre puzzles. This looks like it's more about raiding tombs and more puzzle based, and you know what the game should be like. And I'm interested in seeing that, and I'm probably going to give that a go, because I really like the old Tomb Raider games. I played a lot of the I think I played almost all of the ones that were on PlayStation 2. I don't remember how many there were. I feel like there was more than 2 though. And maybe I'm merging PlayStation 1 and 2. I probably am. But I've played a fair amount of the old ones, is what I'm trying to say. And to have a modern Tomb Raider that looks like it's more like the older ones is great. And I do hope I'm right on that, and I do hope it's going to be good. What the fuck was Session? Oh, right, it was that Skate clone. Yeah, fuck those people. They knew what they were doing, right? They had to have known what they were doing with that. They had to have. It looked like Skate. You had the falling down thing, which was Skate-esque. It was everything about screamed Skate, and then Session. Ah, fuck off. Session? I thought we were getting Skate fucking 4. And it's not like it wouldn't have been unexpected either, because a few years ago, Skate started getting put back on shelves. People were buying the game enough so that stores were actually stocking Skate again, and the developers or the publishers were actually making physical copies of Skate. So I honestly thought there was going to be a new Skate that was being released, but no, Session. But to be fair, it does look like a spiritual successor to Skate. It looks like it's based off Skate a lot, and for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's going to be so similar to Skate that it's basically Skate 4, and that's fantastic. I don't remember if it was an Xbox exclusive or not. I think it was an Xbox exclusive, in which case I won't play it, and I didn't like Skate enough to buy an Xbox for it. But for people who like Skate, that sounds fantastic. I just wish there was actual gameplay. Black Desert. Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry. I'm very excited. Just this entire conference is just excitement. Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry is the only beat 'em up series I think I actually like. As a rule, I usually don't like beat 'em ups, including God of War. God of War, I really dislike. I've played I haven't played the new one, but I've played the ones before the new one, and I really do not like them. I don't like beat 'em up basically as a rule. I don't like the really old beat 'em up games like from the Sega Genesis and all that, like Fight Club. Oh, is Fight Club really a beat 'em up? I guess it is. I don't know, but you know what I mean. I don't like those kinds of games. But Devil May Cry is the only exception because it's fun and it's different and it feels good to play. It feels good and satisfying to play. Whereas for many beat 'em up games, for me, it doesn't feel like any of those things because it takes so long to kill enemies and it feels really repetitive. And maybe it's just me in that sense, but I feel like with the Devil May Cry series, it's not like that. And I think a big part of that is because of Dante being the protagonist, and I'm very happy to see a fifth. We didn't get gameplay again, but, just the fact that a new Devil May Cry exists in the first place is great, and I'm looking forward to the gameplay. Whatever gameplay they're going to release. I'm really looking forward to that. Tunic, like I said before, it was looking very generic. It was looking like, oh yeah, it's an indie isometric beat 'em up game. It has a generic art style, generic combat. It's kind of it's a thing that exists, I guess. And then they had the ending bit, and I'm like, oh, so it's going to be not that. Okay, we gotta wait for whatever the twist on the game is going to be, I guess. And I don't know why they didn't just show it at the conference. That doesn't make any sense to me because if they did, I would actually have some interest in the game. But now it's just, I guess if I remember it, I'll be interested to see what the twist with their game is, what makes it different, but I don't really care, and I'm probably not going to remember it. So I don't know why they did that. That was weird. But we'll see. We'll see, or maybe not. Maybe I'll completely forget about it and it'll be an Xbox Arcade exclusive. That's probably what's going to happen. In fact, I almost guarantee that's what's going to happen. But don't let my pessimism get the best of you. Even though it's usually right. Next. Not speaking of pessimism, Jump Force. Oh my god. I talked so much about this game because the first time I saw it was before the Bethesda conference. Just on pure coincidence, I saw it. If you want to hear what I have to say about that game, I went on for a very long time during that video, that VOD, but I'm very, 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 very excited for it. I'm very much looking forward to it. Absolutely one of the highlights of the entire conference so far, and probably going to be one of the highlights of the conference, period. Then we have Dying Light 2. And I like Dying Light. Dying Light was cool. Dying Light 2 looks cool too. The parkour system was good in the first one. It looks good in the second one too. It looks more refined. It looks better. It looks more Mirror's Edge-esque, which I think is cool. It looks like a mix of Mirror's Edge and better combat than Mirror's Edge. And I'm talking about the first one, not the second one. We don't talk about that one. Yeah, I would have been fine with just another Dying Light. Personally, I would have thought, oh, another Dying Light, that's great. I love the first, well, I wouldn't say love, but I really like the first one. I'd be looking forward to a second one. And then they said the whole, your choices actually changed the dynamic of the city part. And despite if what they said is true or not, I don't think, well, it could ruin the game. That's one thing. It could completely ruin the game. There is the potential for that. And I think you and I both know how it could do that. Look at the Spider-Man game that did that. But, assuming it doesn't, right? There are things we have to think about. He said that there are going to be hundreds of choices that you can make that could change the city. The problem is that if they are insignificant, if most of them are insignificant changes, then no one's going to give a single fuck. If a lot of them are significant changes, then it would be one of those things where it's like, well, I just don't want to bother, maybe. Or it's going to be one of those things where people are going to constantly be looking up what choices you have to make, right? And just trying to, well, I guess that's not really an argument, though, is it? Yeah, I guess that's not really an argument. I guess the argument is more so how many of them are significant. I guess if there are a lot of significant ones, it's not, is there really a bad thing to it? I guess a bad thing about it is that it can make other choices irrelevant, and by having a lot of them have significant contributions to the game or detriments to the game, it could potentially make the game fall apart. It could potentially break things. It could potentially make it so that if you do a certain set of things, then really just fuck up your entire playthrough. You'd have to completely restart the game because otherwise you couldn't progress in the game properly. You know, those kinds of things, right? So there has to be a fine balance between the two, or else it's not going to work too well. But if anything, there should be more significant than insignificant. Well, oh, man. I guess that's not true, is it? Yeah, it's just a really hard one to kind of wrap your head around, because they're right. Something like this hasn't really been done as far as I can remember. And I'm looking forward to see how it's implemented, because it sounds interesting. It really does. And I'm really looking forward to how they implement that. But even if it turns out that's completely irrelevant and doesn't matter, not a Dying Light game. Hey, Dying Light 1 was good. Dying Light 2 looks like it's going to be good. We saw gameplay. It looks like Dying Light 1. It looks like it plays like Dying Light 1. The parkour system looks like it's a refined version of Dying Light 1. It's a Dying Light game. Can't complain. Speaking of dying, Battletoads. Fucking Battletoads. Fucking Battletoads. Are you kidding me? Battletoads. I don't know what to say. I never thought that I was ever going to see in my life anything with the name Battletoads announced. And even in a non-joking manner. In fact, not just announced, but just the words Battletoads come out of anyone's mouth. I never thought I was going to ever hear at E3. Or any conference in general. Any press conference, any announcements. Never thought I was going to hear about Battletoads except for in jokes, right? But new Battletoads is a thing next year. I'm It's fucking brilliant. What else can I say? It's brilliant. Jumping on a really old joke, bringing out a new Battletoads. That's the best thing of that. That's okay. That's not what makes this conference, but it makes it a hell of a lot better. That is so funny. Just Cause 4. I played Just Cause 2. Speaking of Just Cause 4, perfect timing. Thanks for that, lads. That was really good. That was actually really good. I'm kind of shocked. Just Cause 2, I played just before Just Cause 3 was released, and it was a bad time. Because by the time Just Cause 3 was released, Just Cause 2 was kind of... Yeah, I mean, it was interesting enough, but it was kind of... I don't know, it was dated. I think that's the best way to put it. It was very dated. Then Just Cause 3 comes out. I played a little bit of it. It was completely broken on AMD graphic cards, though. Like, big chunks of the world were missing. Sub 15 FPS. And keep in mind, this was on a 480. I think it was a 480 anyway, that I had at the time. So, I didn't really play 3. I still haven't played 3. But I know what the concept is. I know what how the Just Cause universe works, right? I'm very familiar with Just Cause. And, well, what they did, I hope they have a good mix between 2 and 3. Because from what I understand, 3 had mechanics that were worse than 2's. But 2's had worse mechanics than were in 3's. So, and I don't remember what the specific mechanics are, but I'm sure if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. And what it did is it kind of ruined both games for everyone, because those systems were fundamental systems of the game. Hey, there's Iris Kelly again. That's really fucking weird seeing her. Yeah, so from what I understand, those 2 games kind of ruined each other. So I hope 4, 1... takes what Just Cause 3 did and does to it, it does what Just Cause 3 did in regards to Just Cause 2 and make it bigger, make it more extravagant, make it better, make it cooler, make it give you more options, you know, that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about. Make it more Just Cause, right? And make it so that those 2 systems that kind of made people hate both games at the same time, make those 2 systems good. You know, don't make the 2 systems that I'm talking about, that I'm sure people who play Just Cause know what I'm talking about. Don't make them shit. Make them both good. Make them both enjoyable. And that will make it a really great game. And I'm going to wait for a year until it goes down to $3.74, because that's Just Cause. Gears Pop. Gears of War Halo Wars. Gears, I actually didn't write this one down. 5 or 6? I think it's 5. The Gears series is just a cash cow at this point, as far as I'm concerned. It's gone the route of Halo. As far as I'm concerned, after 3, it should have been done. It should have been over with. After that, it just became a crash grab. 5 looks the same way. Gameplay looks nice. I don't know what's going on with the story. It looks like it plays like a Gears game. I just wish that they would have made it, instead of Gears of War, it would have been Gears of something else. That's all I wish, because giving it the Gears of War title feels disingenuous to me still, and it rubs me the wrong way, and it makes me not want to play it personally. It's coming to Windows 10. Again, I've nuked the Windows Store on my copy of Windows, so I won't be able to play it. I wouldn't play it anyway. I hope people that still play Gears enjoy the game. It looks like it will be good. It looks like it will be fun, but I've had my fill of Gears, and I just feel I just feel like the Gears games after 3 are sacrilegious to the franchise as a whole, and I don't like the cash cow Halo-esque route that they've taken with the game series, personally. And finally, not in relation to anything that I just said, Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red. I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I know everyone's really looking forward to this game. I am too, in a sense, but I want to see gameplay. I really, really want to see gameplay. This game has been in development for so long. It sounds like it's going to be really good. It looks really great. It's by CD Projekt Red, and we all know how great they are as a developer. So I'm not concerned with them fucking anything up, really, but I've been wrong before. I still want to see gameplay of it. I don't have an opinion of Cyberpunk 2077 until I've seen gameplay. And that's really all I can say about it. So, yeah, that was Microsoft's press conference. I think that was everything. I think I wrote down everything and I talked about everything. I hope I did. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So, yeah, that was the best conference. That was really, really good. I enjoyed that. Lots of games in this list I'm looking forward to. Yeah, great. I wish that my computer didn't break and I could have saw this as it happened, but, you know, Windows 10, fuck Microsoft. But after that presentation, maybe not really. I don't know. I'm just glad I didn't get myself spoiled on everything and it was a rerun of this. So, that's going to do it for Microsoft today. I think I talked for about half an hour on the presentation, which just goes to show how many games they had to show. That was a really great conference, and that's how it should be. And I didn't think I'd say that about Microsoft, but, you know, so little with exclusives that they showed, which is great. I love when they don't show exclusives, when they just show games. There was no talking, no jokes. It was a press conference as a whole, and it was absolutely fantastic.